Old and Achy here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'm going to show you how to get the first of the 2 weekly campaign challenges for the week of December 23rd through the 29th, which is Dawn SLASO, which requires you to complete the Dawn mission solo, legendary difficulty with all 13 skulls on. And here we are setting the mission up, and off we go as soon as we get through the 343 stuff here. Okay, so as the mission actually starts, we skip the first cutscene, and the chief is coming out of cryo sleep.
You've been out for a while.
Where are we?
And they go through, he and Cortana go through a little chit chat.
Hang on. Bringing your systems online now. I rewrote your firmware while you were out.
You've been busy.
Activating the 6 gravity generator.
Okay, she's activating the artificial gravity, and you can see everything fall to the deck there. And as soon as she does that, we go up there and pull the manual release to get out of the cryo tube. And they chit chat a little bit more.
Seems like old times.
Ready to get back to work?
And then the chief finally grabs Cortana, and off we go.
We've got
Now the first thing we want to do is grab that pistol there. Go ahead and hit the reload key to get a full clip in, and then just follow this path to the right, up here to the left. Okay, jump up to the right, back to the left, down to this closed door, and the didactyl is going to scan us. That's this orange color coming through here.
What's that?
Sensor scan, high intensity.
And then the door will open and come through here.
How close are we to the observation?
And over to the elevator doors and select it with your action key, and then start tapping it. For me, that's right bumper, by the way. Just start tapping to open the door, and as soon as we regain control, we need to use the left thumbstick to climb. Straight up, we'll climb a rung. Straight up, and when he looks left, turn the stick to the left. When he looks right, turn the stick to the right. Straight up, stick to the right, and straight up, and straight up. Everybody should know how to do this by now. Alright, turn to the left with the stick, and up and over. And go ahead and melee this elite here, because if you don't, he'll stab you and throw you off the down the elevator shaft. So that takes care of him. And as soon as we get control back, there is a pistol right there, and we can get ammo from it. We come through the door here and then haul it up here and assassinate this elite. I like to use the assassination animation because when I try to just backsmack him, half the time I miss the spot, and that'll cook your goose if you don't get him on the first try. And now I got 8 grunts to take out. There's 3 on the right. There's number 4. There's number 5. And where's number 6? There's 6 and 7. And ironically, in this particular run, I kind of miscounted. I forgot about number 8. That's what that fire is right there. So now I got to go get number 8. Okay, so my shields are down a little bit. I didn't really want to do that. But the idea is to leave the last grunt for a melee so you can get your shields back. Because that's the only way you can get them back with black eye on. Okay, I swapped out my AR for a plasma pistol, loaded up on pistol ammo, and over here, and we're going to drop the blast shield, or open the blast shields, if you will, and run down here, and we want to get this container out of here, because when the boarding craft come in, they'll create, the launch tubes will create, or the boarding tubes will create a partial vacuum. So everything that's on the right is going to go flying to the left, and we don't want that container flying to the left because that's about where we're going to stand here. Okay, here they come, and there's an elite and 4 grunts in each, and we're going to take out the elite on this one as soon as he jumps out. We're going to do the sprint, jump, and assassinate right there, just like that. And then see if we can take out any of these grunts here. There's one. Now they're not being helpful, so let's get back outside the room. This grunt always comes up right there, so that's 2 grunts down. I have 6 grunts left and an elite.
It'll take a few minutes to
So,
repressurize.
There's 1. 5 left now. 2, 4 left. 3, 4. Whoops. There's the elite. Be careful with him. There's 5 and 6. That should be all the grunts. All 8 of them are done. All right, now we're gonna use a technique here to take the elite out, which is essentially a backsmack. And the idea is to get him walking past this doorway here and just keep going. And sometimes he'll do that on the first try, and sometimes it takes a while to get him to do that. He's in patrol mode right now. So what we want to do is have him patrol past the front door and keep going to the right. And we're going to rush out and backsmack him to take him out. That's the only way you can take an elite out, other than plasma pistol peppering and a headshot, which takes about at least 3 of these half-full plasma pistols. And this particular elite, you'll never get him still enough to be able to do it. So we have to use a melee technique. Okay, he is being difficult in this particular run. Now he's not walking past all the way past this doorway here.
I'm still
And
reading
what I'm
some
doing
stragglers.
here
Clear them out.
is I'm actually preparing for another run. And notice that when he turned around and went back to the left, he walked up and stopped and was looking around. And that might be an opportunity to take him out when he walks back left. But in this particular, there he goes. In this particular run, I'm just going to wait till he goes by the door, sprint out, and backsmack him. And that takes care of that elite. This room is done.
We've got
All
bigger
right.
problems.
Now I'm kind of looking around to see if
Got a
there's
cruiser
a
on
plasma
the
pistol with
intercept
more ammo in it.
Head for the elevator.
There we go. Alright, now we're going to go up the elevator, and when we come out, we're going to come down a corridor, and there'll be a doorway will open. There'll be another corridor where we've got 2 grunts and an elite. And this is where the coveys start throwing grenades like crazy at you. I'm a little surprised that they weren't throwing grenades in that first room. Because with catch on, the enemies are grenade happy. Okay, here we go. Down the corridor. Now watch how I ease my way around here as the door opens. This grunt is walking away and then turns around and faces you. So I was able to take him out and the second one out. Not overreacting or anything. Now I've got this elite throwing grenades at me. And this is what I want him to do. And I'm going to try to do a melee here. See, he stays in a grenade throwing animation, and I just kind of I didn't sprint. I just kind of walked right by him and turned around and did a melee. That's called a circle melee. All right, now I got 3 grunts and an elite, and again they're grenade happy, so I got to be real careful. Whoa! Thought I bought the farm on that one. A little slow on my reaction time there. So I'm taking the grunts out first. Now, I've actually succeeded in taking that elite out first by rushing him and then getting into a melee dance with him, but that's not a high success rate for me, so I'm playing this a little bit careful. Alright, now what we're going to do now is an exercise called stockpiling, where I am juggling weapons to bring multiple plasma pistols up here. And now there's 3 in this room, and there's the 3 that are available because of the 3 grunts I killed up in this room. So yeah, there's 2, and there's 1 more here. So there's 6 total. Now the elite that was standing up there, sometimes he'll, like in this particular run, he will stay right there on that little landing in the stairwell. Sometimes he will just move down the next corridor. In this particular run, he is here, and actually I'll show you how to take him out with both techniques here. And what I'm doing is I'm peppering him with a plasma pistol, And as soon as I run out of ammo on one, I pick up the next one. That's why I'm stockpiling them all together there. Oh crap, he moved. This is going to be a little tougher than I thought. Well, I got him to move back.
It's gonna be one heck of a surprise.
I'm looking for another plasma pistol there. I know his shields are flaring a little. There they go. They're flaring. Just a little bit more there. A little bit more. There they go. Just pop the shields. And down he goes. Whew. That was not easy. Sometimes I prefer him to be down that next corridor. And what I'm doing here is I'm now juggling plasma pistols over this railing, because we've got another elite to deal with down the end of the next corridor, along with 4 grunts. And as you can see, each successive encounter we have, there's more enemies to deal with. And notice how I juggled the storm rifle up there right to the railing, and then picked it up, looking up a little bit to get the plasma pistol over the railing, like so. Okay, I think there might be one more back here. I'm not sure. Making sure I get all of the... No, maybe not. Okay, oh, there's 4 down there. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm juggling the plasma pistols underneath the stairwell, because that's where I'm going to take on the next elite. Futzing around here a little bit. Now this particular elite does not throw grenades, which is probably a good thing. He's firing at me with a storm rifle, but he's not throwing grenades. Okay, here we go. Now if the first elite had gone down the end of the corridor, I'd be treating him the same way. He'd be in this corridor and I'd try to take him out the same way. Now I'm using a storm rifle to start the shields to go. And notice the shields are flaring, and they just popped, and boom, headshot, and he's done. And if the first elite had come down into the corridor, I would have treated him the same way. You get covered by being behind the stairwell like that. Okay, now we got 4 grunts here, and I'm going to take 3 of them out with the pistol and save the 4th for a melee to get my shields back. I'm pretty sure they're weak. Okay. There we go. By the way, it takes 4 smacks if you smack them in the front, 1 smack in the back. So a lot of times you'll see me trying to circle around behind the grunt to take him out. Alright, I grabbed that storm rifle because now we're going to juggle several plasma pistols down in here for our next encounter, which is 4 grunts, an elite, and 2 shielded jackals. And that's the order in which I'm going to take them out. By the way, in the last room that we have to encounter on the inside, there are 8 grunts, 2 shielded jackals, and 3 elites, one of which has a storm rifle, so that's going to be really interesting. Okay, notice that I ammoed up there with the pistol. Now when you take the first 2 of these 4 grunts out, grunts 3 and 4 have a tendency to walk around that big container there. And you can just hang back here and take them out at distance. Okay, they're taken care of. And now we're going to take out the elite. And I'm going to juggle plasma pistols up to this white container here. Take the elite out. Notice I'm kind of looking around to see where he's at. Okay. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to pepper him with the plasma pistol. And because he doesn't see us, he doesn't move. And generally this is an extremely easy elite to take out. You just have to watch out for a grenade throw here when you step out to get the headshot. We'll see this upcoming here momentarily. Alright, position myself so that I can get plasma fire on him. Like so. And you can even hit him in the foot. But just keep peppering him with the plasma pistol and his shields will fade. He does not have good shields, so his shields will go fairly easily. There they go. Step out, headshot, and immediately come back And notice I grabbed another plasma pistol here. Now the 2 shielded jackals are going to come through, one from each doorway here. And I was able to get that first one fairly easily because his shield was not turned towards him. The second was a little bit more of a challenge. And more so he's got... I missed that. Doggone it. He's got a needler, so got to be real careful here. Now what I'm doing here is EMP'd him. He EMP'd his shield with the plasma pistol overcharge, and that knocks him back and presents his head for a headshot. It's a nice little thing to remember there. Alright, and I went back and got a plasma pistol in that room. That plasma pistol happens to be 100%. Now, as it turns out, I don't really use it. Well, actually, I do use it in this one. Alright, now, the first thing we want to do is come out here. The shielded jackals are on the wings, and we want to take them out. Notice how I just kind of ease my way around here. I can just see them and shoot them before they can see me and drop their shields in front. Okay, and now we got 8 grunts to take out. I'm going to save the last one for melee because I want full shields when I go after the elites. That's 2, 3. And these guys like to throw grenades too, so you got to be real careful. That's 4. Be very mindful of the grenade throwers. That's 5. 6, and there should be 2 left. Yep, there's 2 left. That's 7. So I'm down to the last grunt. I'm going to let him come up here a little bit. Well, that's interesting. Alright, there we go. And now I'll go ahead and charge him. He goes in grenade throwing animation. I spin around behind him. And just start whacking him. There we go. And he's done. Now we're going to do, I'm coming back out here because right by this doorway is an AR. And I'm going to use that as my juggling mechanism to get plasma pistols up to this mid doorway on the left. And I'm going to juggle up, oh geez, at least 7 plasma pistols right there. This is the boring part of the mission here. Now, what we've got left here are 3 elites, one of which has a concussion rifle. Now, I have done other runs where I actually rushed all 3 of them and just literally jumped over them or ran right by them, dodging grenades. Once you get kind of in proximity to them, they start throwing grenades at you. And just like I said, just rushed right by them down the corridor and on my way to the outside. But for some reason today I was having problems doing that. So then I went back and tried maybe just taking the first one out and trying it with just 2. And that didn't work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out 2 of the elites and then just rush the concussion rifle guy. That's my plan. Let's see if it works. And by the way, this is a no-death run. I mean, I did this in a single segment with no deaths, so it actually does qualify as an official Mythic run. Although I've done this mission a number of times in such a manner, so it's not anything really new for me. Alright, looking around for any more plasma pistols here. One I found, oh, well that's why I can't. Left the AR up here. The problem is that when you're juggling weapons like that, if you're juggling a plasma pistol and you're near another one that's got more juice in it, you'll pick that up instead of the other weapon that you've been juggling with. Okay, here we go. So draw the elite up here, and I'm going to stick on this corner here, start peppering him, and you got to be a little mindful of his throwing grenades, but in most cases, see, he throws it and bounces off that container. And you can keep getting him to bounce back to the right there. Just keep peppering him. At some point, he might even stand still for you, like so. When you run out of juice, grab another plasma pistol and keep going. Looks like his shields are about ready to go. Yep, there they go. Step out, headshot. Scratch 1 elite. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing with the second elite. Now you know why I wanted full shields, because I am taking a little fire here. Alright, we're going to do the same thing here. Whoa, look out. He stepped out far enough that he could throw a grenade right at me instead of bouncing it off the container. So the idea is to get, as soon as he starts stepping out, is to get him to jump back to the right as you pepper him, so he doesn't have a clear shot at you with grenades. But for some reason, he just wants to stand there now. Okay, shields pop, headshot, boom. Second elite is down. Now all we got left is concussion rifle elite. I'm going to go up here to the front here and start banging on this window to get him to come out. Alright. And we're going to go back over to the left here. And I'm going to fire a little bit just to get him moving this way. There he is. And as soon as I see him moving to the left, I'm going to come back to the right here. I'm going to kind of sneak out and make a mad dash for the hallway that I want to go through, like so. And oh, that was pretty easy. He didn't even see me. I'm grabbing a BR right here. I really don't have to, but okay, on to the outside. Almost done. Still a little bit of hazard left. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a goblin etched into that doorway with a halo over it for some reason.
Just get to the launch.
We'll see that again when we come back inside. Okay, we're not going to fight any big battles out here. We're going to do the back door skip. Alright, what we want to do is get out here and run around to the right, all the way around the outside edges. Now, I always use the outside edges here as I go around. I noticed Sliding Ghost on one of his tactics videos go right up the middle, but I've never tried that, so we're gonna do it this way, around to the right,
Chief, you need to
stay on the outside edge. Okay, and we come around here, and there's some broken girders and stuff that we're gonna use to jump up. You can just barely see them. I'm positioning myself. Okay, jump again, and then now I can work myself inside a little bit, kind of back up a diagonal piece here, and then jump up on this inverted T-beam right here, and then walk down the T-beam to about this position right here, and do a crouch jump, holding the crouch all the way through the jump, because if you don't hold the crouch, you won't make the jump. Okay, come over here, and then immediately race over here, hit the launch key, and then jump out. There is an elite down there at the far end. And if you're not fast enough, he'll start firing at you. I've actually died there at that missile launch key. Okay, now I got to run over here real quick and unjam the blast doors. And believe it or not, a company that I will keep unnamed actually made a copyright claim on this particular cutscene in a prior run. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I don't monetize my videos, so I just acknowledged the claim. But I thought that was ridiculous. Actually, the video, there's a number of companies that have claimed pieces of audio, but that was actually a piece of video that got copyright claimed. I thought that was ludicrous, but what are you going to do?
So, now can we worry about the giant metal planet?
Okay, as soon as you get control back, turn around and haul it back towards the inside. Alright. The waypoint will show up to show you which door to go in. Right there, you can see the waypoint. And let's get back inside.
I'm tagging the closest
And
airlock. Go.
there's that goblin again. Alright, now when the door opens, we're going to come in here and turn left and then hold for a couple of beats. The door opens. I don't know why it takes so long. I guess it's a dramatic effect. Okay, right here, hold until after all that explosion happens, because with the shield's almost down or almost gone, you get too close to that little explosion, it will kill you. Okay, hold here, let everything fall down before you jump down and go. Do the same thing in this room right here, just stop at the entrance, let all the explosions and stuff occur, and jump down and take a path, get to the far edge, and I'm going to go ahead and whack this guy. That'll bring my shields back. Come through here and sprint jump across here. Okay, and run down this corridor. Don't worry about the coveys because they won't bother you. They're all freaking out. Through this doorway, and now we're caught in the gravity well. That's essentially the mission. We're in a forced cutscene right now. And we got to wait for all this to play out, if you will.
We're caught in the gravity well.
Yeah, I know that.
The escape pods.
Negative. Look out.
There's a few of these that just take a while to finish. Okay, there we go. There's the mission. The symbols will appear here momentarily. There's a lot of end of mission symbols here in that lower right hand corner, followed by the challenge popping. I hope this helps you in your quest for the Dawn SLASO weekly challenge. This is Old and Achy signing off. Take care, everybody.